This video is about the new learning point changes being added to the game in Albion Online. I'm going to explain it in full detail. Let's get started. So, what's happening is that after June 30th, learning points are changing. Instead, before, whenever you were to level something up, whenever an item reaches 20% of the threshold, as in this line right here, you can spend learning points to level it the rest of the way up. Now, the way it's going to work is instead of getting to 20% and then skipping to the next level, you will earn 5 times the experience. Now, this part is almost exactly the same, and I'm going to show you how and why that is. But before I do that, the reason I'm on this character is as follows. Currently in the game, if you want to level up crop growing or your chef skills or cooking or potion making, like for instance, this character has level 6 poison brewer, you'll notice there is no 20% threshold, there is no learning or skipping to the next level. Same goes for animal breeding, well that's boots, but like animal breeding is another one, farming, like crops, like pig breeding, like all breeding and whatnot, you don't have that button. Now, you'll notice that, like, for gathering, you have the button. For crafting gear, you have the button. Pretty much everything else on the Destiny board, you have the button for. But in this update, in this coming update, you will be able to use your learning points on those tasks. So here I am on the test server. Let's open the Destiny board once again. You'll notice there's an advertisement for premium that's just going to be there in the corner because this character doesn't have premium. And you'll notice the learning points are lit up right here up on the screen on the top right. And so you can turn that off, but you can individually go to things like Comfrey Cultivator here, and you can turn on you can activate Quick Learn. And now, we will get 5 times the amount of fame when we harvest Comfrey. The same goes for, you know, any kind of crop, animal breeding, and so on. Pretty much everything on the Destiny board, you can 5 times the XP gain, alright? But what's more important is combat stuff. People are very concerned about combat leveling for some reason, even though you should never use learning points to level up your combat abilities. I'm going to talk about it next and what's changed. So let's talk about the old and the new system. So in the old system, leveling a weapon from 99 to 100 specialization, and I'm going to hide the text for a second, show you. So here on the test server, I have everything maxed out, but I have unmaxed out oh, it's back. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna make it level 99 here. So it is now level 99. We have Quick Learn turned on. It's gonna take 60 learning points to level this up to 100. That's how much it's gonna cost. You don't have to spend all 60 at once like you used to. If you only have 10 each day and you're, you know, contributing towards the progress, that's how you can also spend it. You no longer have to save them up and wait. So here's the data. In the old system, to level it up costs 60 learning points, just like it does on the new system. Nothing's changed there. The learning point cost is the exact same. Now, in the old system, you had to reach 205,478 fame, and that would put you 20% of the way to leveling it up to 100. But now in the new system, once you've earned 205,478 fame, times 5, that will level you up to 100. So let me demonstrate. And I'm going to use some fame tomes real quick. And yes, you can use fame tomes for this system, including gathering fame tomes, which, and nothing's changed in that system. Nothing at all has changed. So let me hide the text and show you. So these fame tomes are worth 200,000. We'll grab one of those. And then one worth 5,000. We'll grab one of those. All right. And then we just need one worth 1,000. You know, that'll get us to 100, right? So now we have it turned on. We have it here where it's set to Quick Learn. And you can see here that, you know, let's turn everything off and then just turn this one on. And you'll see, you know, this one here is turned on. I can actually see that it's on the mage category. There we go. Awesome. So now, again, we're 0 out of 101.03 million. And so when I eat this tome, it's just going to show 200k on the screen, plus 200,000. Now, when I go up here, though, it should have added 1 million, all right? So you'll see I'm at 1 million out of 1.03 million, and you'll notice my learning points went down, all right? And then when I eat this one, this is 5k, and then when I eat 1k, that'll level it up to 100. Well, it should have. How close am I? Maybe I needed one more 1,000. I guess I did the math a little bit wrong there, possibly. But yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Boom, we got it. Level 100 Flamewalker's Staff. Okay, my math was a little off. But you can see, it's the exact same system as before. It's just different on how you spend the points. The points are the same amount. The fame is the same amount. But what's great about this system is that it applies to everything in the game now. If you want to be a horse breeder, you're not gonna have to you're not gonna have to do it manually like you would before. If you want to become a chef, to level up and max out a chef cost 111 million with no learning points. With learning points, that's gonna cut 80% of the cost down. So instead of spending 111 million, you're now only gonna have to spend 22.2 million. This is gonna be insane. It's gonna be so insane for crafting in this game. And anyone hating on this new system hates people leveling up. That's all there is to it. This is a very, very welcomed change. I just wish that it would display on the screen. Like when I kill a mob, it's not showing the mob giving me 5x the fame, right? It's gonna show the regular fame amount the mob gives. But it will be applied on the Destiny board, so yeah, that's the learning point changes. There's nothing too complex or crazy about it, and yes, this character has 14,000 learning points. Been saving them up. All right, so here is the TLDR, the way the changes are. You can now level up crops, breeding, potion crafting, and cooking with this new system. The amount of learning points that you're going to spend to level up whatever it is you want to level up is the exact same as it was before. Nothing has changed. You just don't have to bulk buy it anymore. But essentially, you still have to earn the same amount of fame as you did before. And instead of at 20% skipping to 100, you just get to 100 with the same amount of fame that you would have otherwise earned. That's all there is to it, really. Alright, now let's get to the reason why SBI is doing this. The real reason why they've made this change. The majority of players will hoard all of their learning points up until they're ready to fully invest in something. Let's say, you know, I'm a crafter and I want to craft cursed staffs. And I really, really, really want to craft rot collar staffs. I'm going to save all my learning points for, 6 months to a year. And then when I'm ready and I've got the Black Zone hideout and I've got everything set up, then I will just max this sucker out and dump all my points into it, okay? And a lot of players, new players, whatever, what they're going to do is they're just going to turn this on. And they're just going to be like, you know what? I want to be a farmer. Boop. And then anytime they do farming, it's just going to spin their points. And when they're out of points, they're like, oh, well. And then, they'll get some new points the next day. And then they'll spin their points. And so this is an incentive to get new players or ignorant players, low IQ players, players that are normally very thrifty with their currency to spend more learning points. Because I'm sure SBI can look at like a graph or a stats page and it's like, okay, here's how many people are playing the game. Here's how much learning points they have on average, and they're not spending their learning points. We got to get them to spend their learning points, right? And so for a new player that wants to level up a weapon so they can go PvP, they're just going to turn this thing on and get 5x the XP and forget about it, and then they won't have any learning points, right? Whereas, normally if someone's following a guide, they save all their learning points to learn one gathering tree all the way to tier 8, which is the best thing a new player can do. And this is, it's just a change that SBI made in hopes that more people will spend their learning points. Me personally, I might max out cooking on my Swole Benji character and have 2 chefs. I just might do that, just to have it. Because it's only going to cost 22 million, and that's like an 8.4 item? To me, 22 million is something I make every single day, passively, right? And so, that might not be bad. That might not be a bad choice to spend learning points on. We'll see. Anyway, I just want to clear up, that's what's changing with the learning points. It's really nothing. Everyone's worried that they're going to screw us over and make things more expensive. It's not more expensive. It's just that you can't bulk level up things anymore. They just level up 5x the rate from the fame you would normally get. It's just, it's a weird change, but it's not bad. And no, you're not getting, it's not easier than it was before. It's the exact same with the addition of crops, cooking, potion making, and breeding. That's it. That's all that's changed. Anyway, leave a comment, leave a like, click the video on the right side of your screen, and if you don't, something bad will happen, but I'm not going to tell you what bad thing will happen. That one's also a secret. Dun, dun, dun.